what's really happening is there's a new lens. I see you're wearing spectacles. There's a new lens the government needs to wear to see more clearly as to what is the true source of money. Are taxes the true source of government revenue? We say no. Revenue or income or money stems from the government in the first place. The government as an entity is the creator of the money originally. I'll give you a story as to the history of taxes. So when the British came in many years ago, and this happened in Kenya, this also happened, there are case studies also for Ghana. They came in, they found a lush land, a land that could give them milk and honey, coffee, really is what they wanted, coffee and tea. But only a handful of British came into the country, right? And so when they came in and they found, look, we could get coffee and tea out of this land. But one of the problems they had was they didn't have enough labor. Remember, only a handful of British really were here.
Yes.
And to grow enough coffee, to export it back home, they needed a large amount of people. They needed human capital. So what did they do? They come and offer that to Kenyans and say, look, if you work here for us, we'll pay you. But remember, the Kenyan doesn't need his currency. We were a non-monetized economy. We were not using money. We were using other forms of trade, but we were not using money. So to the Kenyan, and that time the British were using the rupee when they were here, the rupee had no value to me. So you had to get me, the Kenyan, to want that rupee from you, right? So this is then what they did, which was a coercive effort. Together, once they sort of colonized us, they then said, you have to pay us, the British government, 1 rupee of tax per year, or we burn your hut. We burn your home. That's the coercive bit, right? So now, out of that coercion, you've made the Kenyan need, there's a demand for the rupee, right? He wonders, I don't want my house to be burnt down. I need to get the rupee. The only people with rupee were whom? The British.
Yes.
And so, this is what they told us. They said, for you to get this rupee, come and work in my coffee farm. The Kenyan goes, fine, this is fine. I don't like the situation, but in order to save my house, I'll come and work. So he comes, works on the farm, tills the land, produces the coffee. The British take the coffee and export it. He's paid his money, he pays back the tax. His house is safe. This is the origin of tax in Africa. It was not that the British government needed the rupee from us. It's them who gave it to us so that we can pay it back in form of tax so that they can get us to work on the coffee farm. It was a coercive effort to get the Africans to work on the land. But it wasn't that the British needed the rupee from us as form of revenue. Where did the rupee come from in the first place? It came from them. So I pay you this pen, and then I tell you I need the pen back in form of taxes. But I'm the one who paid you this pen. So where did the pen come from? The pen came from me. So this is the history of taxes. So when government starts opening its eyes as to the true source of money, money stems from the government, doesn't stem from the people. It is we who need the government money, not the government that needs our money. And when you change that mindset, then government starts telling itself, out of our capacity to create new money in a controlled manner, in a non-inflationary manner, we can fund as government any effort or service or development project that we need, because we as the government are the source of the money. They are the source of the rupee. They are the source of the pen. Right? As long as it is non-inflationary, the source is government. So